degrees Celsius, which is unrelated to an infection or inflammation. Right. The fever is most likely due to lesion of which of the following? So they all are hypothalamus, 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 hypothalamus. They all are lesion of this hypothalamus. Right. So remember this, the anterior, right? It respond to, it regulate. So anterior will regulate which one? The hot temperature. So anterior will regulate the hot temperature. The posterior will regulate the cool temperature. It will regulate the cool temperature, right? So anterior will regulate the hot temperature. Posterior will regulate the cool temperature. The lateral will regulate. It will regulate the thirst. It will regulate the hunger. So to regulate the thirst, regulate the hunger. The ventromedial nucleus is the satiety center. Is the satiety center, right? The lateral hypothalamus is also, it is the feeding center. So it is the feeding center, right? So it is unrelated to infection, inflammation. The temperature is high. The body temperature is high up. So which one is damaged here? If the anterior hypothalamus is damaged here, the body will not be able to, the hypothalamus will not be able to regulate the temperature. The temperature will become high, right? It will become the high, right? So it will become high. So answer here is what? It is the anterior hypothalamus, right? Some of you have marked the right answer here. Anterior hypothalamus. Yes, it is anterior hypothalamus. If the posterior is damaged, we will not be able to regulate the cold temperature and our body temperature will go down, right? Lateral hypothalamus is damaged here, that we will lose the thirst, we will lose the hunger, we will lose the feeding. The ventromedial nucleus is lost here, the satiety center will be lost, and this will lead to what? The ventromedial nucleus lesion, it will lead to the obesity. It will lead to the obesity because the satiety center will be lost and we will eat too much. We will eat too much, right? Now come to the last question here. So last question here is the, so last question here is, a 19-year-old boy was brought to the emergency room after suffering a concussion during a football game, right? After regaining consciousness, there was no difficulty with his speech, right? There was no difficulty with his speech, means he was fluently speaking, right? He was fluently speaking with his speech, but he was speaking a lot with little meaning. This is typical with which one? This will typical with the Wernicke's aphasia. This is typical with the Wernicke's aphasia, right? So it is typical with the Wernicke's aphasia. He was examined by a neurologist and was diagnosed Wernicke's aphasia. His condition is most likely caused by damage to which of the following? So where is this Wernicke's area located? The Wernicke's area located in the obviously superior temporal gyrus, right? So it is located in the superior temporal gyrus. So superior temporal gyrus. So remember this one, I will write here. The Wernicke's area. The Wernicke's area is located where? The posterior aspect of, it is located in the posterior aspect of the superior temporal gyrus, Wernicke's area, right? Then there is the Dejerine area. This Dejerine area is located the posterior part of the lateral sulcus, posterior part of the lateral sulcus. Then there is the Broca's area. The Broca's area is located in the inferior frontal So inferior frontal gyrus, right? If I draw the diagram here, then look at the diagram. So look at the diagram here. So this one is which one? So this is which one? This is the central sulcus. This is the central sulcus. This is which one? Lateral sulcus. It is the lateral sulcus. So lateral sulcus, or it is also called as the Sylvian sulcus, right? Lateral sulcus also called as Sylvian sulcus. So the Broca's area is located in. So Broca's area is located in. So this is the area number 20. This is the area number 22 called the vernix area. So this area 22 called as the vernix area, right? And behind this lateral sulcus, behind the lateral sulcus, it is the area number 39. This area number 39 is also called as the Dejerine area. It is also called as the Dejerine area, right? Then in the frontal lobe, here it is the Broca's area is located in this area 44. This is called as the Broca's area. This is also called the Broca's area, right? So Broca's area. So Broca's area located in the inferior frontal gyrus. Vernix area located in superior temporal gyrus posterior part. Dejerine area located in the posterior most part of the lateral sulcus, right? Posterior most part of the lateral sulcus. So this will produce vernix aphasia. This will also produce the anomic aphasia, and this will produce the Broca's aphasia, right? So Broca's aphasia. So look at the question again here. So broad vernix aphasia. So vernix aphasia will be affecting which one? Superior temporal gyrus, right? Superior temporal gyrus. Inferior frontal gyrus, it is the Broca's area. It is the Broca's area, right? So it is the Broca's area. So this is all about this test and discussion session. So thank you very much to all of you. So thank you very much to all of you.